Level by Level Gaming, and good morning everybody, or at least it's a good morning here at LBL Gaming. You can hear I'm up early with the sun. Birds are just now coming out. All the little things are chirping and making their happy noises this morning, even though it's been a little bit wet and rainy here in central North Carolina. Now today I'm going to be taking a road trip with these 10 monitors that I got out of the old stripped out poker machines. Also got 3 in here that didn't quite work right. One had some screen burn in, the other 2, the screens were rolling whenever I cut them on. The other ones were right out of the box, good to go. So these are going to go find their new homes today, along with the shrouds that went around them, the old 19-inch bezels, and the full stand-up poker machine. So we're going to be taking a road trip with this stuff, and thank you guys so much for watching. If that's the kind of thing you like, please hit the like button, subscribe, and let's go take these things to their new owners. All right, we are loaded up, complete. Got the old poker machine here wrapped up, strapped down. I'm pretty sure you can launch this thing into space. It's got 3 different tarps on it. A strap on the middle, a strap across the top, ropes. So hopefully this thing will make this 3.5 hour trip that we're getting ready to embark on. All right, let's get going. I got my road trip buddy with me. She's one of those that doesn't like to be on camera, so I caught her off guard. All right, we are on East Main Street here in Forest City, North Carolina. I have a feeling we're getting close. It should be, once I make a left here, it should be on up on the right. Now this is atypical or quintessential small town North Carolina. I mean, the buildings are, you could take one of these and just cut and paste. The small town we're in, you know, it just, all these little towns look the same. So this is just like any downtown drag through old school. I'd say, what would you say, 50s? 50s, most of these buildings are 50s era downtowns. So anyway, he said come through the light. Let's see. Come through the light.
Oh, got a fudge shop. Might have to hit that after we drop off our arcades stuff. So cute little town. I hear some music playing. Everybody's out, although it's kind of a gloomy day.
People walking.
Eating lunch outside back over there.
Oh yeah.
Oh, so, there's something barbecue.
Yeah, we're gonna have to get some barbecue before we leave. I'll ask him what the best barbecue in Forest City is.
Cute.
All right.
Cute,
come through the light. Look on the right. Graham Cash, he's the next building. There it is, Arcade Museum.
All right.
Go ahead and make sure you see that. He said something about a loading zone.
Yeah, this is the hard part about these downtown areas.
Arcade Museum. Man, that is fantastic. I'm excited already. Nice. Okay. All right, is this, does that say loading? All right, here we are. We have finally delivered, and we have talked and just had a good time with Dave, the owner here. And now it is time to do an official video. How many hours have we been here, babe?
A couple hours.
We've been here a couple hours just eating this up, and the owner is a super cool guy, has a great story. We're going to go through now and actually see this place, and this would be my dream to have in the small town that we are currently in. Maybe one day we can pull this off. So we are in Carolina Arcade Museum, and right off the bat we are going to see some super rare, awesome stuff. I mean, things I've never laid eyes on. And I believe this is from the late 40s, 1949 pinball machine, which is right after they started putting flippers on these things. So it took it from a game of chance to a game of skill. So if you want to geek out, do some research into that, and you can get into some deep history with these old machines. Now, the owner told me this is pretty rare to Spooksville. So if you're familiar with any of these machines that I'm going to show in here today, please hit me up in the comments and let me know your story about some of these machines. Or if you get excited about something you see on here, please come check these guys out. If you're in Western North Carolina, any part around this state or the surrounding states, please come check these guys out. And this is just fantastic. Nels, check out that Star Wars.
Oh yeah.
Over there. I mean, that is just awesome. He's got some cocktail tables right up towards the front. Donkey Kong right off the bat. But you can't go wrong. Got Addams Family Pinball. I mean, this is fantastic. Once again, just like whenever we were in Prague and we did the arcade in Prague, same idea, and I'm just a kid in a candy store right now. Star Wars, the best of the best. All the Donkey Kongs lined up. Donkey Kong. You can't hear that and not have fond memories, especially if you grew up during this era. If this was your thing, if you fed so many quarters into this stuff, you don't know, you know, how much money you've spent. This is straight nostalgia. All the Donkey Kongs 1 through 3. Popeye. Have you ever seen Popeye, Nels? Fantastic game. Super fun. Now this is something I'm not familiar with. I haven't seen this little miniature Star Wars here. That's pretty cool. That actually has like a CRT, I mean not a CRT, but 19-inch. Huh, okay. A little LCD screen in there. Huh, that must be pretty modern. Here we go. Play Choice by Nintendo. So it's got the gun. You can go through, right now it's on Super Mario Brothers, Nintendo Play Choice machine.
That's neat.
Something I just noticed that is fantastic is he has the stats on these machines. So it is literally a museum. It is a playable, walking, hands-on, enjoy your memories and learn about the machines. Oh, that's the signed plaque. So there, if you are familiar with the documentary King of Kong, you can see right here, that will be very familiar. Yeah, Billy Mitchell. Wow, what a controversial character in the world of retro video gaming. All right, now I'm looking through this little screen, Nels, so if you see something that is super cool, go ahead and grab my attention like you did with that plaque and make sure. I've got my partner is coming through with me, and she's my second eyes on all this stuff. We got Cubert right here. Awesome sauce. Along the back, I like the idea of having the like some of this stuff, like these were those little Nintendos with multi-games on there. We've got the Atari. This is the same kind of stuff that I like to set up as this. We got a old CRT TV. This looks like one of the Super Nintendo deals right here. Everybody that watches my channel knows I'm a huge multi-cade emulator fan, but you just can't beat the real stuff. If you can enjoy the real thing, I mean, why not? Oh, Asteroids with the vector graphics. Look how sharp and clear this is. Well, if it'll go through and do some playing. I've always thought the graphics on these type of machines, I mean, look at that. I've always thought that it was just super neat. What's that movie where the popcorn blows up in the house and...
Oh, Real Genius?
Real Genius. I don't know why stuff like that comes to mind. That era, I guess the 80s, this is in 70, that came out in 79. The Asteroids came out in 79, and then we've got the Millipede and Centipede multi-cabinet here. Tron. I mean, some of this just carries. We've got Tron movies coming out in recent decades. I mean, that's how long this stuff just stays in the public conscious. NBA Jam, super cool, super popular. Along the back, yep, I just got my attention. Now we start getting into some of the pinball, Spider-Man. Let's see if I recognize some of these. I mean, just look how gorgeous these tables are. Big Brave.
Star Trek.
Oh, here we go. There we go. That is so cool. Bally's Star Trek. I mean, you can't beat it. Well, of course, we got to have Mortal Kombat. Got to catch an image of that. Mortal Kombat 2. Blitz. WrestleMania. Back in the WWF days. Tekken. So those are modern, but we, you know, if you're 80s, early 90s kid, you would be, I was a teenager whenever this came out. So this is starting to creep up in those later teenage years if you were an 80s kid. Of course, Street Fighter. And this is a very beautiful cabinet. Super nice. I'm gonna have to ask the owner if that's like a remake of a cabinet, or if this was, you know, something he, well, huh. Turtles, of course. Turtles in Time. Start getting up into the 4-player and 6-player era. Of course, you're going to have, this is actually, huh, does that say Pandora's Box up there? I'm going to have to look into this. Nails.
What is it?
It says Pandora's Box up there, and it's got the guns. I wonder if this is, you know, something that could be done with like a, you know, like a multi-cade kind of thing. It's more into the kind of stuff I've been doing lately.
Let's see if I can. I'm all about a shooter.
Max Force, House of the Dead, Big Buck Hunter over there. Is it playing? I guess you did push a start button or something.
It has.
It's loading. You did something.
So it looks like it has House of the Dead, Far Cry, and Aliens on it. So 3 games?
Yeah.
Maybe?
I'm gonna definitely ask the owner about this, because that's a modern, that's a TV. That's just like a...
It says it's loading.
Huh.
We'll see.
I'll be right back. Let me walk around
All right.
the edges a little bit, and I'll be back to see if you made it. Lethal Enforcers, Time Crisis. I absolutely love the effect of stepping on the pedal and then ducking behind stuff. Rampage, another fantastic classic. And then we've got a wall of pinball machines down this side, just like on the other side. We've got the Back to the Future, the Star Wars Trilogy arcade. Sorry guys. There we go, Tempest. Now, me and the owner were talking about Gyrus, and Gyrus being a kind of like an in-between between Tempest, where you go around the tubular going into nothing, like infinite space, and you're traveling around shooting stuff, and then Galaga being the side-to-side shoot the little spaceships coming down. Tempest would be the first half of that, where you're kind of going up and around and back and forth, and you're shooting the things that are coming at you. So to me, Gyrus just kind of capitalized on that and made it better. But Tempest is fantastic. Tubing, haven't seen that in a while. WWF. Is that Superstars? Yep. WWF Superstars. Let's look back towards some of these beautiful cabinets, these beautiful arcade cabinets. I mean, Indiana Jones. So cool. Of course, Terminator 2 Judgment Day. Fantastic machine. The Flintstones, the Munsters. That one looks so cool. All right, what do we got here? Afterburner. Yep. Contra. Check out that. I mean, that takes you back to the 80s. Double Dragon. Man. Space Invaders. I hate that. Oh, nope, it's up and running. I thought it was down. Space Invaders. Another one of those, you know, the screen's down here, and there you have the mirror. That art is so iconic. Oh, look at there. Speak of the devil. Gyrus. One of my all-time favorite games. Love that game. And you can see how, you know, it's the Tempest type thing, where you take the ship around and they're constantly coming at you. Now, Robotron, well, I got a special treat for you guys. Before I leave today, there's the Robotron local champion in the house today. His name's John. His score, he actually has said that he has scored 10 million on this thing, and it rolls the cabinet over. The owner said he would give him credit for 10 million, but I believe he said that he just kept this score because that's what he stopped at, so the machine wouldn't roll over, and he went and got the owner and showed him his score. But he said he's actually rolled this whole machine over. At 10 million, it starts over again. The waves start over again, and it kicks back to easy, and you climb all the way up again. So Robotron, 1982. All right, here we go. Now we're actually going to watch John, the King of Tron, do his magic. I mean, wow. That is just awesome. I don't think kids nowadays truly grasp the level of muscle memory, recognizing the patterns, knowing. I mean, look at how he operates this machine. And if you don't know about this game, you move the character with the left and you shoot with the right. I'm probably super distracting to him, but man, it is just a treat to watch somebody master this machine. Wow. We'll get a couple minutes of him playing. These games just carry. I mean, it looks beautiful. The gameplay is fun and addicting without being like super offensive in any kind of way. You could let your little ones play this, adults play this. Once these things make it into the classic legend of arcade status, I mean, it's just, there's a reason why, and that's just because it's beautiful, it's fun, and it really does take some skill. And a lot of skill to be able to play it well. Wow. Look at that. I mean, that is just amazing. You can just see that stuff, just waves of that stuff. And when it starts out, you just think, how in the world is this guy going to get out from away from all these enemies? And it just happens. Well, John, thank you so much for playing for us, man. Joust, once again, one of my all-time favorite games. Like I said, if you guys are watching the channel and you like this kind of stuff, please tell me if you remember playing these games whenever you were a kid. Or even if you're not an old kid like me, but you're a young person now and you have fond memories of this stuff, let me know. Did you ever get it to work?
No, but I played the other one.
Okay. Of course, we got Miss Pac-Man. These games are legends for a reason. Galaga. There is a reason why you can go and get one of these arcade one-up machines in Walmart right now and play this in your house all these years later. Why it's still a legend in video gaming. A Pga Tour Game. Now, I didn't see any Golden Tee games in here. So this, I guess, is the only golf game that I saw when I was in here earlier. And now we're in the cab for the Star Wars. Step into the cockpits. Awesome sauce. Got the cocktail cabinets over here. Now this rippling of the decal under, that must be a very common thing, because the two Miss Pac-Mans that I've had come through in and out of my possession, both had this rippling thing going on with the decal under it. So that must be very, very common. All right, let's take a look downstairs and see what kind of awesomeness we got down there. And of course, we got some merch. Before I leave, I'm gonna have to get some of this stuff. Now, the owner said he was a bit camera shy. I would love to interview him, but he respectfully declined, and that's perfectly fine. Before I started doing a channel, and well, actually, we'll go way back to when I was a teenager. My wife can tell you I was pretty shy and kind of had to come out of that shell. But here we go. We got another Donkey Kong machine down here. And an example of why I'm even here is I came and brought a whole bunch of these, and fortunately the monitors that I sold to Dave today are going to bring some of these machines back to life. He was walking around showing me all the machines he have that has dead monitors, and so I sold him 10 of those, and hopefully he can bring these machines back to life and people can enjoy them. In fact, this Rush Attack was the very first one I believe he said he was going to put one of those screens in. And he's got other projects and stuff for him. We've got the F-14 Tomcat. If you've been watching my virtual pinball videos, my virtual pinball builds, these are all cabinets that I've put on mine because they reach that legend status where they are the top of the line, the best of the best, for a reason, because they're super fun. And just to see them in person and the real machines, not just a virtual recreation of them, is phenomenal. It's kind of like driving a kit car, and you buy a kit car that's supposed to be a Shelby Cobra, and you know, actually being able to see a Shelby Cobra in person instead of just building the kit car, which the kit car is fun and you can enjoy it, but there's just something about the original and the real thing. Just like Karate Champ here, if I'm not mistaken, this was one of those games. The original guy that did Karate Champ did what game was it? He did another game that was very, very famous, and it was that gyroscope or the type of technology where you film somebody and then it does an outline of them and then digitally puts them on a screen. There's a name for that term too. So anyways, these games just have a rotoscope. Rotoscope is the word I was looking for. And you know, these things, the point I'm getting at is these have a history. All these games have a history. They have a development history. They have a nostalgia factor that's just through the roof for people like me and Bad Dudes. I mean, I actually played Bad Dudes the first time on the NES when I was a kid, and when it comes across the screen and it does that terrible voice saying Bad Dudes, and you just have to have a memory of that to truly appreciate that. Rolling Thunder and Time Pilot. So that's going to wrap up me just walking around and looking. I didn't ask for permission to go into the back. We went there to drop off all the parts and stuff that I sold him, but I didn't ask him if I could actually go in the back and see some of his machines, even though they're broken. I think he's got like Burger Time back there and some other cool stuff. So I'm not going to go past there. It says employees only, even though we've already been back there. But anyways, he's got a bunch of cool stuff back there too. It's just not made its way out onto the floor yet. All right. Well, I think that's going to do it. Can you think of anything else?
No.
No. We've been here for quite a while. You guys have seen all this stuff. I'm not really going to do a gameplay thing today because we've got to get on the road. But it doesn't mean the video is completely over yet. We are going to possibly throw in some more of the road trip and stop and get some great North Carolina barbecue. So once again, this has been the walkthrough of the arcade and museum, and stay tuned for the wrapping up of this road trip. Shelby, North Carolina, and we are going to be at Bridges BBQ. Now, we've passed this place on the way in. It kind of caught my eye, and then we've talked to some people that are locals, and this is where we've decided to come and try our North Carolina barbecue. All right. If this was smell-o-vision, you could smell that oak wood just curing right here in the back, especially now that it's been kind of damp. It is a very unique smell, is that split oak wood. So you can see they have stacks and stacks of it for their smokers. Alright, so we're at Bridges BBQ, and this is going to wrap up our road trip for the day. We've had a fantastic time, but we're both very hungry. My stomach was growling on the way in here. So we've got some typical North Carolina barbecue, which is a pulled pork, vinegar-based type deal. They did give us a little bit of the extra sauce here. You got your pulled pork, you can get it shredded, chopped, different kind of coarse ways that they prepare it. Your baked beans, and then if you want to look, that's a barbecue slaw. So the barbecue slaw is a tomato base, so it's a vinegar tomato base instead of a mayonnaise based cold slaw. And you wouldn't be complete without some hush puppies and sweet tea. So we're going to wrap up this video for the day. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you like my channel, please like, subscribe, and just follow us on some more video gaming adventures.